So it's 6 a.m. and dragged myself out of bed. And the plan is to go over to Woburn Abbey and see a lovely misty morning sunrise. I think dawn flights are really, really special. Always worth getting up for. And I never regret it. It's a bit like, putting your flying suit on when it's a bit warm. You never regret doing that. And I never regret getting up early. It's 6:30 a.m. If you can see behind me, the sun is just rising. Beautiful up here. The sun will rise actually in about 5 minutes, so it hasn't risen yet. And it's looking really great. My coffee. So I'm just going to go onto the field. I'm not allowed to take off until 7 a.m. So it's about 6:35 at the moment. Grass is wet with the dew. There's the sulk. The sun is rising. It looks like we've got a southwesterly. What a beautiful morning. Okay, wing is all laid out. It's 6:55, so let's go to the field. So I'm all ready. The wind is about maybe 1-2 miles an hour from the southwest. So let's see what happens. Dear prop. Something really peaceful and special about morning flights. Definitely going to do more of them. So as I said earlier, I've got very, very light winds, probably 1 mile an hour from the south-southwest. And I was quite pleased to only do one launch. Quite often on a nil wind, wet grass day, I fail my launches. I'm getting better at it now. So it's a real relief to nail it first time in these conditions. So really happy to be up in the air. I've got my coffee with me. And look at that sunrise. Yeah, it's really great. Really, really great. So at this point I'm at 2,000 feet. To make my journey shorter, I thought I'd go straight over this airfield. This is Class D airspace, so it's controlled airspace at 2,000 feet and below. So I'm above the controlled airspace, which made the journey over to Woburn a bit quicker. Don't know if you can see the chimneys over there in Stuartby, but they were actually demolished last week. So there's the last time to see them from the air. So almost at Woburn now. This is Woburn Safari Park. So I'm keeping high up, probably 1,500 to 2,000. So as not to scare the animals. And Woburn Abbey looks really great in this morning light, all the long shadows from the trees. I really enjoy coming out this time of day. So once I've been to Woburn Abbey, the plan is to then fly along the kind of southeast side of Milton Keynes, once I go over Woburn town here. And then over Cranfield Airfield, which is also a Class D airspace, so I get some altitude, probably get up to about 4,500 feet, something like that. And I see this kind of triangular cloud layer, as you can see there on the left. And my plan was to get above that. And so once I get to Cranfield, I'm going to put the power on and get above those clouds. So I noticed as I'm gaining altitude, my ground speed is declining. It's going lower and lower and lower till I'm doing only about 9 miles an hour across the ground. So this is quite often the case wind speeds can be different at different altitudes. It can also be different directions. So I'm actually getting a headwind at high altitude, so I abandoned my idea of going up to above the clouds because I think I'm not going to get home. And as I start descending down across Europe here again, I noticed that my ground speed increases quite a bit, so it goes up to about 30 miles an hour. So I had to abandon the plan to go above the clouds with fear of not getting back. So heading back to Little Granston, just heading east. And as I make it back to the airfield, you can see it down there, a plane takes off and goes right in front of my path, if you can see it there. So that was a bit alarming to see that. I'm at 1,500 feet, so the circuit at Little Granston is at 800 feet. Decided to stay at 1,500 feet and then just keep an eye on that plane, make sure we don't have a collision. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've got a few photos in a minute once I pack up. So if you want to stick around and see those, there's a link in the description. And if you like the video, click that like button. And thanks for watching. So as you can see in the top there, I was up for about 2 hours and 15. The GPS doesn't kick in for a few minutes. And landed at about 9:15. Those times are UTC. With a max speed of 43, average of 26. And got up to 4,500 feet.